Previously on Fairy Tale The 100 Years Quest, Gajeel found himself face to face with God Serena, former member of the 10 Wizard Saints, as well as member of the Alvarez Empire. He now works for an alchemist guild called Gold Owl, treasure hunting and taking one of the Dogger Corps. Gajeel is desperate to get it back, but he's outmatched by the man loved by dragons, with multiple dragon lacrima in his body. Can Gajeel overcome the former #1 wizard in all of Ishgard? Or does he not stand a shadow of a chance? Join me as I find out, won't you? Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 116, Iron Revenge. Ooh, nice. Lovey, that outfit doesn't leave much to the imagination now that I get a closer look at it. A samurai and kunoichi make a stylish entrance. Does look pretty awesome though. Alright, we see Gajeel completely slumped on the floor from getting his face smacked in by God Serena. Panther Lily pops out of one of Celine's portals, shocked by what he sees. He says, Gajeel, what happened? Hey, speak to me, won't you? Gajeel moans and groans. Panther Lily calls out for Gajeel, and all Gajeel can do is cough. He says, I'm fine. He took the stone. Go after him. Panther Lily questions, which way did he go? Gajeel simply says, no idea. Panther Lily explains, my nose isn't as sharp as a dragon slayer's. Besides, if it's someone who trashed you, then... But Gajeel gets angry. He didn't trash me! And he hits the ground, stunning Panther Lily. Gajeel is angry for an interesting reason, saying, the only thing he trashed was Fairy Tale's name. Panther Lily just gives him a blank stare and says, so you did get trashed. And Gajeel says, no I didn't. But he ends up slumping to the ground again. Panther Lily gives him a piggyback ride and says, there's no arguing with you. Can you follow his scent? Gajeel points away and says, my nose got busted, but I can still smell him. He's that way. Meanwhile, the other members of Fairy Tale are continuing to destroy the dog records. Urza, Lucy, Gray, Wendy, Happy, Plue, and Pixis all getting in on that action. Carla, Laxus, Selena's still bleeding out. Wendy, for the love of God, do something. He's just been bleeding over here, man. Selena explains to the group, only 2 left. If we destroy those 2, Dogramag will be weakened. Gajeel is after one. I have no clue where the other is. But someone holds out at the dog record saying, you mean this? Everyone turns around shocked, seeing Kyrie holding one of the dog records. Lucy and Gray are of course shocked, but she smashes it, telling everyone, don't get the wrong idea. I'm doing this for Suzaku. He's a friend of mine. And Selena explains, that just leaves Gajeel. Good to see the members of Diablos helping out. And Gajeel gives Kyrie a pat on the head saying, you got a real cute side, don't you? And Kyrie blushes hard. Lucy is shocked and says, there it is. And she doesn't realize it. I guess she's talking about Kyrie's little crush on Laxus. Happy and Carla come out of one of Celine's portals. As Happy says, he's not anywhere. Carla also adds, we haven't even found Lily since he went looking. Urza is confused. What happened to Gajeel? Gray adds in, come to think of it, I ran into some weird guy before. Don't tell me it's one of his buddies. But Celine, still bleeding out, finally slumps to the ground because, hole in stomach. Lucy calls out to her, and Kyrie, interestingly, says, keep it together, master. Like, aww, yes, save your master, Kyrie. Celine simply tells him, I've overdone it. Urza asks, Wendy, can you heal her? Wendy explains, I've been casting healing magic on her all this time, but it seems she's used up too much magic. Really? You've been casting healing magic remotely? Or the moment she slumped over? That doesn't feel like that's right. But unfortunately, the portals disappear. As Happy explains, the gates disappear. Carla wonders, what do we do now? Lucy states, let's go help Natsu. But Selena explains, no, leave the labyrinth. If you trust your friend, then. But Lucy seems as though she's at a bit of a loss. Urza thinks to herself, Gajeel, Lily, we're counting on you. Meanwhile, with Gajeel and Lily, we haven't actually gotten to see them team up in a good long while. This should be fun. Gajeel is shouting directions. Right, left, Up the stairs. Go forward. But Panther Lily is nonplussed, telling Gajeel, would you quit giving me commands with that tone? Gajeel, in the same tone, shouts, my bad. Just keep going. And Panther Lily says, why you? But then he notices something up ahead. As they run through a corridor, he says, it's an entrance. Gajeel states, that bastard, did he go outside? As they make their way through the doorway, they enter into an open area with foliage. Oh, okay, they're outside. And we see Elfinser on the ground next to his crow friend, and God Serena next to Sai, the two members of Gold Owl. I guess it was only them who had arrived here. Gajeel shouts, the beat-up geezer, Crow! And who are you? Talking to Sai. God Serena scoffs. Oh, still alive? Where are you? You're a tough one. Gajeel readies himself, saying, let's do this, Lily. Lily prepares as well, shouting, right. Panther Lily whips out his sword. Gajeel melds into the shadows, but God Serena is unimpressed, simply saying, sorry, but I bid you God bye-bye once already. I have no interest in fighting you. And he easily blocks Panther Lily's sword strike with his arm, but Gajeel's shadow comes from below as he prepares. Iron Shadow Dragons, Iron Slash! And he comes rocketing out of the shadows, getting God Serena on his chin. But God Serena smiles as he's protected himself with scales, as he says, clever guy. And he prepares an attack. Cavern Dragon, Earth Collapse. Whoa! And the ground underneath God Serena, Panther Lily, and Gajeel just crumbles in on itself. Panther Lily and Gajeel are caught up in the destruction, but God Serena seems as though he's done. He says, what a pain. Sai, I'm leaving him to you. Sai prepares his ability, saying, copy that, God brother. And he uses his ability, Transmute, Love Bond. And he uses it on Gajeel, who is transformed into Lavi. Of course. As Gajeel says, did he just? Panther Lily notices and says, Gajeel turned into Levi. Meanwhile, back on the boat, as Fairy Tale is still traveling back to Ishgard. Kana had been talking with Levi, having a bit of a heart-to-heart, and she says, say, Levi, you really worry about Gajeel? And she's completely caught off guard by what seems to be Gajeel next to her, blushing. Meanwhile, Panther Lily is angry, saying, damn it, God Serena got away. But Gajeel says, I don't give a crap about that. Panther Lily wonders what he's saying, and Gajeel, with a very pissed off look, says, right now, this body is way too big a deal. Just try putting a scratch on it, you bastard. Because, of course, Levi is pregnant, and not really sure how this is going to affect all of that. And Gajeel whips out Levi's solid script and shouts, I'll smash it to pieces, summoning Iron Solid Script and bashing Sai over the head with it. Sai shouts, what's with the women in this guild? And he passes out. Panther Lily states, Gajeel, we have to go after God Serena. But as Gajeel turns back into, his regular form, he laughs and shows off the dog record, saying, I nabbed this earlier. Panther Lily remembers when he got that strike in on God Serena. Clever son of a bitch. I kind of wanted him to beat God Serena, but that's a freaking clever thinking on Gajeel, man. Sometimes I forget that Gajeel can really think on his feet. Gajeel smashes the dog record, saying, mission accomplished. We can deal with God Jackass next time. I'm holding you to that, Mashima. Don't set this up and not have a showdown between Gajeel and God Serena again. I want this fight settled. You've created a very interesting matchup, and I want to see this through. It's kind of like how I really wanted to see the showdown between Laxus and Kieran. I'm like, yeah, fight. Celine senses that Gajeel has done his job and tells the others all the dog records have been destroyed. Dog Ramag seemingly notices that he's now vulnerable as Natsu prepares a fiery fist, unleashing his wrath right across Dog Ramag's face. Yeah, I gotta say it. I love that in the end, Gilles kept his eye on the prize. Like, this was some great A+ stuff, but I really want to see that matchup later down the line. And this also has created two different guild situations for the members of Fairy Tail. You have Gold Owl, more than likely led by the Gold Dragon God. Vernus, which, I mean, come on, Gold Owl, Gold Dragon God, it's some pretty obvious setup. I like that Kyrie has actually seemingly fully accepted Celine as guild leader, so it seems like maybe all of the members of Diablos are rolling with Celine, which, I mean, it's interesting that they have no love lost with Gregor, but maybe they didn't join Gregor or Greg out of a sense of caring or faithfulness to him. I'm honestly interested in that relationship going forward and what becomes of Celine from here on out. Because if Wendy has been healing her, then I think she's probably gonna be fine. Usually once Wendy gets her healing hands upon you, she can tell you whether or not she can help you out or nothing. And the fact that Wendy is just like, oh no, she just passed out from overusing her magic, then it's just like, okay, so she's probably fine. She better be fine! But with this cooperation between Diablos and Fairy Tail, I do have to wonder, will they end up teaming up in order to, keep going forward? Or will their paths just intersect weirdly? It is funny, in this story about Fairy Tail, I'm just really interested in what the Diablos Guild is going to do after this story is done with. So come on, Natsu, beat Dogramag's ass. And I would like Suzaku to actually help out in doing that. I like the idea of Natsu teaming up with Suzaku, and it's their combination that takes Dogramag down. Because Mashima has been having these dragon gods taken out in interesting and unconventional ways that don't completely undermine their powers and abilities, because there's always a circumstance behind how they're taken down, which I kind of appreciate. I also do like the showcase that Lavi is actually fairly capable. It just would have been cool if Lavi was in, an actual fight, is all I'm saying. But Sai is kind of a jobber, so she could have taken him. Gilles kind of showed that she could have taken him. It's just, we don't really get to see Lavi just outright throw down. She usually kind of ends up being more support to Gilles in most fights. But hey, tell me your thoughts in the comments section below. What was your favorite part of this chapter? And are you as excited about the future of the Diablos Guild as I am? Let me know all your thoughts and feelings in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.